Tell me, why do you miss someone who hurt you? Why do you feel pulled back to a relationship that made you anxious, confused, even broken? And here's the part no one tells you. If calm love feels boring, but chaos feels like chemistry, you're not choosing the wrong person. Your nervous system is choosing what feels familiar. And that's how trauma bonds are formed. Hi, I'm Sandra Rives, a transformational authenticity coach and counselor. With over 20 years of experience, I help women break free from people-pleasing, unhealthy relationship patterns, and deep nervous system conditioning so they can step into authentic, secure, emotionally grounded relationships. And today, we're going to unpack something that keeps people stuck far longer than they realize. And we'll explore why toxic relationships can feel impossible to leave. Now, what is a trauma bond? A trauma bond is a psychological and chemical addiction. It's formed through cycles of connection, withdrawal, pain, and relief. It's not just emotional, it's neurological. Your brain releases dopamine when things feel good, and cortisol when things feel uncertain or stressful. That combination creates a loop where you become attached to the very person who is hurting you. Let's look at the attraction phase, how it all starts. Trauma bonds don't start toxic. They start intense. So you might feel instant chemistry, deep emotional connection quickly, like they see you, like you've finally been chosen. And your nervous system says, this feels right. But what it actually means is, this feels familiar. To a lot of people, this is also called chemistry. I'm going to talk about what a trauma bond looks like, and let's see whether you can relate to this. The patterns are, number one, hot and cold behavior. They're loving, then distant. You go from feeling secure to questioning everything. You start chasing the version of them that felt good. Number two, you feel anxious more than safe. You overthink messages, tone, behavior. Your body is in constant survival mode, not connection. Number three, you justify what hurts you. You say to yourself, they didn't mean it. They're just struggling. And you end up abandoning your needs to keep the relationship going. Number four, the highs feel like relief. When they come back to you, it feels amazing, not because it's healthy, but because the pain has stopped. Number five, unfortunately, you can't let go, even when you know it's unhealthy. That's not weakness, that's conditioning. So now we get into why you're attracted to this, and this is when attachment styles and your nervous system comes into play. I want you to understand that you are not choosing chaos consciously. You are choosing what your nervous system recognizes. I'm going to explain attachment styles so that you gain a deeper understanding. There is anxious attachment. So a long time ago in childhood, you learned love was inconsistent. So now you fear abandonment. So you overgive, you seek reassurance, and you attach quickly. You chase closeness, even when it costs you yourself. Now with avoidant attachment, you learned emotional closeness wasn't safe. So now you withdraw. You avoid vulnerability. You struggle with intimacy. You associate distance with safety. You also have anxious and avoidant attachment, which forms a trauma bond loop. One chases, the other withdraws. This creates emotional addiction. The cycle becomes connection, distance, anxiety, relief, then repeat. Lastly, there is also disorganized attachment. So with this one, you want love, but you fear it. So one minute you want your partner to come closer, yet another time you want them to go away. This naturally creates the most intense, confusing bonds. So if we look at your nervous system is wired for survival, not happiness. Always remember this. So it asks, is this familiar? Not, is this healthy? So if chaos was your normal, then unfortunately, without you knowing it consciously, calm will feel uncomfortable. If this is resonating with you, I want you to take a moment to like this video, to subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone who needs to understand this. You see, because the more you understand these patterns, the less power they have over you. But you need to recognize the hard truth as well. You're not addicted to the person. You're addicted to the cycle. And by that I mean the emotional highs, the relief after pain. You're chasing a version of them that isn't consistent. I'm going to give you 5 ways of how to break a trauma bond. Number 1, name it. This is a trauma bond, not love. Number 2, you need to interrupt the pattern. Reduce or remove contact. Every return strengthens the bond. Number 3, regulate your nervous system. You can't think your way out of this. You have to calm your body. Number 4, rebuild self-trust. Start listening to your discomfort, your needs, your boundaries. Number 5, it's important to reparent your inner child. Because you see, part of you is still seeking consistent love you didn't receive. It's also important to talk about what healthy love feels like. So, healthy love feels calm. It feels consistent. It feels safe. It also feels respectful. It is stable, and yes, at first it may feel unfamiliar, but unfamiliar is where your healing begins. If it feels like addiction, if it feels like anxiety, if it feels like you're losing yourself, that's not love. That's a pattern. And patterns can be changed. It is by no way your fault. You need to understand how these patterns are formed and how they can be rewired. This puts you back in control. If this is you, you have 2 choices. You can continue watching my videos, learning, becoming aware, and slowly shifting these patterns over time. Or you can choose to work with me directly. And yes, that requires an investment of time, commitment, effort, and money. But here's why that matters. because you're not just investing in information, you're investing in transformation, in rewiring your nervous system, in breaking patterns that have been running your life for years. I offer a range of programs designed to support you at different levels, so you're not doing this alone, because doing this work properly changes everything. And remember, authenticity is always welcome here. Thank you for listening.